Hi, my name is Jacqueline Phillips, and I'm an associate clinical professor in the Department of Health Sciences. So, a little bit about me personally. I am rooted in the Philadelphia area with my husband, Andy, and our two rescue dogs, which are a big part of our life, sitting right next to me. And then in my spare time, I like to run a lot. I'm involved with the program Students Run Philly Style, which is an after school program that uses long distance running to mentor students. So I'm actually working at Slams, the middle school next door, with their team. If you ever see a herd of students running past our building, I'm probably somewhere in that. So previously, I was working at an institution nearby in Philadelphia, and I saw this position pop up, and it immediately appealed to me. So I was looking for a new challenge, and this particular position that I'm in now offers the ability to teach for different programs within our college, which really appealed to me. It also meant that I would be continuing my work in an anatomy growth lab, which I really enjoy. And then in my current position, I'm also the assistant to the lab director for our anatomy labs on the 12th floor. So that also really appealed to me with our facilities and the potential to do different programming, even beyond our traditional academic programs. So doing things like continuing education courses for professionals in the field, and also doing outreach programs for high schoolers and other students. So we've started to do some of that programming this year, and I'm really excited to see how it evolves and grows. So a little bit about my teaching. I teach anatomy related courses. So for the physician assistant, the physical therapy, and the undergraduate health science courses. And a passion of mine with undergraduate and graduate education is trying to figure out how to engage students. So, how to design different activities that will work in large lecture classrooms and small lecture classrooms, how to get students active, whether it's through group work or worksheets or polling software. And that also relates a little bit to what I've been doing research wise, which has been investigating how to get students to actively engage in their reading assignments, which can be very difficult. And then also gathering student perspectives on polling software and how they like that integrated into the classroom. So that's a little bit more about what I've been doing recently with research. Now I'm starting to work on some projects revolving around SIM education with, in particular, our health science students. So I'm excited to get that line of research rolling. So initially, I did my undergraduate degree in athletic training to help prepare me to work clinically in the future in a different field. And I found that I liked athletic training, but maybe it wasn't the perfect fit for me. And so an opportunity presented itself for me to work at a university and to get my graduate degree. So I jumped at that opportunity and did my master's degree over at Temple. With that position, though, my clinical position turned into a teaching position. So I became a TA for the program, which was the best thing that could have happened for me. I love the teaching aspect of it and knew I wanted to keep moving forward with that path. So eventually I came back to do my PhD after working clinically for a little bit and continued with the research line of sport concussion research and really just enjoyed everything about it during that time period. So my PhD took a little bit longer than I would have liked, which I'm sure some people can identify with. So I worked in the area, I adjuncted at different universities around Philadelphia, and eventually it led to my full-time position elsewhere. And now here I'm at Drexel University. So I like about my position that I'm able to work with not only graduate students, with undergraduate students. Having that dichotomy, I think, really challenges you and helps you to learn more about students in general. But the biggest attraction, I think, to working in education is the students. So working with them, it teaches me a lot every day and helps me to open my eyes to different things I maybe didn't see before. But teaching in general presents challenges as things evolve, whether it's technology or information or even the facilities that we have. So there's always new ways to approach material in the classroom, which I really enjoy. So the most helpful advice that I received as a new faculty member at my first appointment was to find my shtick, essentially, find my theme for what I was working on. And so I was encouraged to find something I was passionate about and make sure I pursued that with my teaching and that it aligned with my research goals and somehow also was able to weave it into my service appointments. And at first, it sounded a little overwhelming, but I found with time what my passion was, specifically with teaching. And I really was a champion for open education and investigating that. So that led to research projects, but also led to appointments on certain committees that worked around open education and increasing access to resources on campuses. So it really helped to hone what I was doing and make sure everything was related. And as a new faculty member, I think it's also important to realize when to say no to certain opportunities. And if it doesn't fall in line with working towards what your goals are, I think it's a little bit easier to identify that maybe that's not the right project for me right now. So I think that's also a good thing to recognize as a new faculty member.